Hey guys, last fan of the night.
Last fan of the night.
So this is an Encon Crusader, which is I'm very curious. I need to look here. You want to hold this in front of the?
Yeah.
You can.
Okay, so this is the box for it. Oh my.
You're in front.
So yeah, Encon Crusader, and obviously they had a bunch of light kits that you could have gotten with it.
I'm gonna see if I can find any evidence right now. What I need to know is, did they use the Crusader name for any Crompton Greaves products? What I do know is that they did use. I do not believe they did. I'm looking at the Crompton Greaves products were called the Americana, the Tiffany, the Calcutta, and the Victorian. So unless there was more that is not in this ad that I have, it's in the. It will be if it isn't already in one of the ads slideshows.
The last place this was sold was at somewhere called the Andersons. We're not sure what that even
The
is.
Andersons.
The Andersons.
I will look it up when I'm done looking at the.
And
Look at
then
these
there was a
ads.
$34 sticker on it, and then a $19.90 sticker. That even could be like a thrift shop or something like that, even too.
The Anderson. Is there apostrophe S Andersons?
No, it's like the and then ANDERSONS.
No apostrophe. Got it.
Nope. Like as in
What?
More than one. Of
There's
the
a.
Andersons.
It's a agribusiness in Ohio. I don't know if that could possibly be it.
Doesn't sound like it. I feel like that might be a local thrift store or something.
I'm gonna look it up, but anyhow, so I believe that this is made by Firebird, because I remember I've spoken to the former CEO of Encon, and I believe he told me that the first factory that they used after Crompton Greaves was Firebird. And this is clearly trying to mimic the Crompton Greaves look with a different factory.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong about that. I gotta go look at my notes and see if I have any notes that would qualify that. I'll do that while we're doing the video for sure. But if it is Firebird, that would answer some other questions for me, because I've been trying to keep track of who is the OEM that has the little rubber grommets in the canopies like this one has in the lower canopy, because I believe that's the same company that made the bird fan, the eagle version. I believe it's the same company that made the that Centennial copy / prototype that I have that looks like an imported made Centennial. I believe it's the same company that made makes the current gold lines.
Interesting.
I could be wrong, but that's my theory.
So there's no other companies that use that rubber bit in there?
I don't know, but
every Contact does.
Again, it could be the same
OEM.
OEM.
I know mine did. I noticed that too. It did have.
Here's my thing is that now that I've seen a bird, the Eagle Grand Duchess up close, there's a lot of similarities in the imported parts on that to other imported fans that have that same canopy.
Yeah.
And which I thought was maybe Carib or something like that. And then there's a lot of similarities between the motor that's in that, which is a KVD5 type motor. And there's a lot of I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. There's a lot of similarities between the motor that's in the Grand Duchess and the motor that's in the Centennial copy. And so, I mean, we don't have. I mean,
So we're saying that there's definitely some possibility that there were some shared OEM between some of these fans, I guess.
Yeah, well, I can tell you with almost certainty that this is the same OEM as that made the Grand Duchess, just by looking at the parts and the castings and everything else. And that makes me also think that makes me think that any other fan that has the same canopy with that same shape and the little rubber grommet is definitely the same OEM, which would make sense. Yeah. And then that makes me think that that's also a possibility that the Enviro fans with that same canopy style is also the same OEM. Because again, you only see that grommet on very specific canopies, and they're always one of like 3 shapes.
Okay.
You know, but I don't know for sure. It's just a theory. I'm going to
look into that. So
Yeah.
so I mean, this thing I don't like have any particular like childhood memory other than I remember Dan had one on To View Fans ages ago in new in box. I remember the box for that.
I think I still have that somewhere, and I believe that one's 52 inch, which
That
is
one
why
I remember he was out of the box in the picture, and you had the box right there. So I believe that was what it was.
52 inch brass. I know for sure it was brass. I think it was.
Yeah, and these things are really cool. I mean, it's clearly like a Crompton Greaves looking thing, and then yeah, like it reminds me kind of of like they basically just went to another OEM and said make this, and then this was their attempt at making something that looked like the Crompton Greaves predecessor. So same like fleur-de-lis brackets and the pointed tips, and motor shape is very similar. It's got the little gold stripes. But yeah, so and I don't think you see these in 30. What is this, 36 inch?
This is the only one I've seen that wasn't either 52 or 48 that I recall. I know Adam has one. I don't know what size his is.
I don't think it's small. Yeah, I've never seen the small one. That's for sure.
So I'm looking at my notes, and this is made by Firebird. That is confirmed by the CEO of Encon.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about this one. I'm going to do a lecture on Encons for the lecture section because I have a lot of notes from when I was talking to the guy from Encon. But here's what I have here. Robert Yen had a Taichung factory. I'm probably saying that wrong. Firebird, because he manufactured wood burning stoves. But once he got into full-fledged ceiling fan production, he changed the name of his business from Firebird to Fanbird. And then the Crusader was made in Taiwan by Fire/Fanbird, die-cast aluminum outer rotor, zinc die-cast switch housing, and solid teakwood blades. Our goal with the Crusader was to recreate the phenomenal Crompton Greaves motor that had become too expensive to source from India, but make it in lower cost Taiwan.
So we were spot on with that.
Yeah.
That's really interesting that you were able to get in contact with the CEO, because if you hear it from them, it's like accurate. I mean, we're not just guessing things.
So. Oh, I mean, yes and no, because memory.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Who else is going to know more about it than them?
I mean, it's as close as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Okay, ready to test it?
Yeah, it's hot in here. Let's fire this thing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So so it's just 3-speed, and here's low. The legendary Crompton Greaves. They're not wrong about that. Those things are way above average performers.
Nice low speed for a small spinner.
Surprisingly good, yeah. All right, so 0.32 amps. About 32 watts and 0.85 power factor. I don't hear anything. But unfortunately, I also don't feel anything. Very little.
I would assume once it gets going, we'll probably feel something.
Yeah, but I think the low speed doesn't do much. Let's see. All right, so this is 336.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
I got an email that just came through for some church stuff. 92, definitely too fast for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's accurate, but yeah, it was a little fast.
I think it is accurate as well. I hope it flies on high.
Yeah.
Because again, this looks like the same motor. Let me also, again, I've got way too many windows open and I'm multitasking. Let's look on YouTube and see if anybody else has one and what size there is.
Yeah.
I know Adam has or had one. His was white.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, now we're feeling something for sure.
I mean, the blade pitch on that isn't.
Yeah, it's not real. 667.
Getting up there. .167, which is honestly a little slower than I would have thought.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 0.3 amps, 35 watts, and about a whole power factor.
And so Adams is 52 inch, according to him. It looks like it could also be 48 if he didn't necessarily measure it. Fan of Vacuums, I don't know who that is. They also have a 52.
Isn't that Patrick Neese?
No, I thought he was the Fan Dude 21.
Oh, you're right. I know that. That guy's been around forever on YouTube. He was.
That's flying.
That's definitely moving.
Oh, it's not. It's flying not as much as the Crompton Greaves ones, if that makes sense.
It's not as powerful as I would have hoped, honestly, but
Adam the Fan Dude, who's different than Adam DeBauer, is has a video of one as well that looks to be smaller.
1070. which is well over 200.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it would be over 200,
Yeah.
but it's not quite. I mean, I thought it was going to really.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be more than that. Would be over 300, to be honest. And I don't think it is. It is 267. So that's not that far off. But I would have hoped for a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brand new out of the box, so it's always possible that
Needs to break in a little bit.
Yeah, but it's also possible that this is as good as it gets, and that's
That's just how it is. Okay, well, so 0.53 amps, 63 watts, and a whole power factor. Exactly.
I wish I could better remember whose YouTube video channels are what, because the fan of vacuums, I feel like I've asked before. I don't want to ask again because I'm always like, who is this? And then somebody's like, well, you should know that's so and so, and I do not retain that information.
Yeah, it's hard to, unless it's like one of the ones that's very prominent. It's hard to remember them all.
Well, my brain still is bad at retention for certain. Like, I have only so much RAM in my head.
That, and it also helps if you have a name like, well, Rickster the Fan Man. It obviously has the word
It's
Rick
a clue.
Or, Metal Pete the Metal Fan. There's kind of a...
There's a lot of clues in that one there.
Yes, and there's also like Dan Spiffy Newman. I don't think it gets more obvious than that.
There have been other imposter dance video channels that have popped up.
I have heard about that. Yes.
I'm gonna see if I can find in my Facebook messages. I bet I already asked somebody. Okay. Whoops. Nope. I'm not having any luck trying to find out who it is. And I feel like it's weird to ask somebody on their channel, hey, who are you? Are you a person?
Okay, well, we're stopped. So we'll do reverse.
I don't know why I forgot this was reversible. That should have been obvious. Wait, here's a message from Metal Pete about fan of vacuums. Maybe it's I'm going through old messages trying to find it. Nope, it's not. It's talking about vacuums, but not fan of. So, oh well, I tried. Somebody comment on this video if you know who a fan of vacuums is, and if you're a fan of vacuums, then you can also comment on the video. Man, I was gonna say something else. So I'm already thinking this is in anticipation of the Rick test. If you were to put a light on this, what would you put?
Probably a round globe, just because that's a lot like the Crompton Greaves ones. That's the only globe I ever saw on those.
This is giving me nutone slimline vibes. So
a little bit.
It's giving me fancied up nutone slimline.
No, I don't see fancy on this.
So
this to me looks like a...
This is one where I would need either a Dan Globe or a Pizza Time or something with some color.
I feel very strongly against that, but I just, to me, this looks a lot like, look, I think that looks very appropriate. Anyway, let's see, so, point, or no, jumping around again. It's not 1370. 372. That's about right. It's like 70 or 80. It's probably gonna be about the same.
What'd you say it was?
It was like 372, I think.
That sounds right. Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little under 100. 0.32, 33.
93. So you were right about the same.
Yep. Oh, here, look at this for a second.
Underwhelming.
I think that's perfect. That's 100% what I would be doing.
What do we got that's close to a Dan Globe handy?
You don't have the Rick Globe?
It's inside. I don't feel like doing all that.
Okay. 0.32, 37 watts, and the whole power factor. 618.
Yeah, about half an amp, about 70 watts, and whole power. Yep.
$10.27 on high reverse. Which is 256. It's not that'll sound about right.
You said high. You said
I got it already. 256 is what it actually is.
256. Oh yeah, yeah.
For high reverse. Okay, so yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so I think it's gonna start on 1. Just be bold.
I'll say 2.
Okay. 1. No. 2.
Did I? Oh, okay.
You did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice. Oh, stiff bearings, new out of the box.
Yeah. Okay. 3 is probably 3 will go. I was honestly pretty impressed with the factory speeds on this. Like they were, I mean, considering it's a 36-inch
With a big motor.
with a big motor, you'd think it would be really fast speeds. Here's 4. Five. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. Here's 11.
The range of speeds is a little better than you would expect. I think.
No kidding. I agree. There's 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. What was it, like 0.6 something?
I've been too busy dealing
That's
with
fine.
non-fan work. I have not been paying close enough
Okay,
attention.
it's
That's my fault.
It's 0.53, so we got a little tiny ways to go. Here is 21. We're very close. Unless that's in rush, we're over. No, 0.51. Okay, yeah, a little ways yet. This is 23, 24, 25.
Yeah, this is
28,
doing.
30. Yeah, I don't think it's just kind of creeping up now.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
34. Right on. 38. And 40. Yeah. No problem, so it's no resonant frequencies. It's a solid state. I have a weird suspicion this is going to be noisier than we want. I'm going to say living room quiet.
I'm gonna say bedroom. I'm gonna give it a chance.
I hope you're right. I don't think it will. Well, that's super wrong.
So far, I don't hear anything.
I think we're both wrong. I think it's silent.
That would be great. I mean, Firebird makes good products.
I still haven't heard anything.
I don't either.
Okay, silent it is.
Okay, well, yeah, we both lost that one. Did we do 0 to high already?
No.
What do you think?
There is a tiny, tiny buzz, but when you're close,
I feel like if you can't hear it from
No,
the test rig
that's silent.
distance,
That
then it
is
qualifies as silent.
that was
Pete would
silent.
disagree. He'll go up and listen to it and say it's not silent, but... So, what,
Inrush? I think, I'm gonna say no inrush.
I'll say small.
Ooh, big. No.
What was it on high?
It's either 0.53 or 0.51. It might be no inrush. Keep forgetting. Oh, it is 0.5. Okay, I guess it is no inrush.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah, what was said.
Okay, no inrush. I wonder if they devalued the capacitor for the smaller blades or not.
Maybe. I mean, they would have had to do something because I would think otherwise the low speed would be really fast.
Unless this is considerably slower than the Crompton Greaves version, in which case this could be.
That's actually just what the 52-inch would do.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to find my 52-inch one and test it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Assuming I still have it, which I believe I do. So, okay. Well, Rick test.
Yeah.
And, again, I agree that it's got to have a single fitter, but I think it needs a fancier globe than just a round one. I don't think this is the type... Like, some spinners are just born to have round globes. Sonatairs, anything with, like, the CEC vented spinners, like there used to be in Abby's room, like the Menard spinners,
I'm not
anything...
saying the nicer globe wouldn't look good. I'm trying to... At this point, it's more than obvious they were trying to copy the Crompton Greaves, in which I always feel like I saw those with round globes, if anything. Like, how often did you see Crompton Greaves type ones with fancier globes? Never.
Really? I have. But I mean, so you gotta remember I didn't see Crompton Greaves till I started collecting and then picked
No, I mean,
Greaves
I
and,
haven't
like...
either, but...
I think the Schoolhouse Globe was probably the most common for Crompton Greaves, for like a single fitter. They had very fancy 3 and 4 arm fitters, and it was definitely common to see them with glass that was fancier than just tulips.
Yeah, I don't think tulips would look right on this.
I agree.
Definitely say no on that.
But yeah,
I
think this needs a fancier globe than just a round. But
well, we can agree with the single fitter though on this kind of thing. I definitely agree with that. And also, I mean, this thing is really cool looking. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed with the airflow. It's not doing a lot. Otherwise, it looks really, really cool. I mean, appearance-wise, this is avocado appliance without even blinking. Like, this is the kind of thing I would try to, if I had one of these, I'd probably try to hang it somewhere, even if temporary. But it is very, very cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could probably tweak the performance either with the capacitor or even if seeing how hard it is to pitch the blade arms a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad performance, surely.
It still blows modern stuff out of the water, but it's not. It's definitely not on par with older Crompton Greaves, I would say.
Okay, well, this is the last fan test video of this. Well, we forgot. We were supposed to hang this on it in the video.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it does have the little. I'll hang it.
Dealer tag.
Yeah. That's gonna be hard to do, but
loop it through there and I'll put it on the finial.
Crusader ceiling fan with the true mount.
Okay.
Teakwood blades, electronically balanced, 3-speed reversible energy miser motor. Oh, funny thing is, all of these exclusive die-cast brass-plated fleur-de-lis blade brackets. So, but it's funny, the energy miser, the true mount. That's the terminology they had been using for a long time. Like I know they were using that even on like the bottom mount spinner era too. Like that Premier is using the same kind of lingo.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for watching.